Thank you, Jeff. Well, we're in for a treat this morning because Beaumont Police Chief Tim Ocnaschek is back in studio with us after recently taking on his new role. We wanted to get him to talk to us or with us about emergency preparedness. Chief, thank you so much for coming on our show and waking up early. So when it comes to emergency preparedness, why is this a good time to start thinking about that?
Well, we talked about the hurricane peak time of hurricane season, but really we always want to be prepared, and there's things like active shooters. You see a lot of those in the news. You see a hazard material pipeline burst just a few minutes ago. You see things happen that are whether it's flooding, high wind event, even a pandemic. There's other things than just hurricanes, so we want to make sure we're prepared all the time.
And so it's more than just natural disasters. That's one thing for people to think about. You mentioned a family safety plan for, a lot of moms or families watching this morning. How can they come up with this family safety plan to start considering, all of those type of, disasters that could happen?
Well, we would encourage them to go to our website, the city's website, cityofbeaumont.gov, and then the emergency management web page. You can go to FEMA.gov. You can go to most jurisdictions have connectivity to some kinds of preparedness plans. On ours, we have our preparedness plans posted, which will give you hints for a variety of instances and disasters and hazards. Even major events. If you're going to be out at a major event for a long time, sunscreen, mosquito repellent, or just dressing properly for the event, hydrating, things like that. So we want to make sure people are prepared for all hazards.
And Chief, what are some common misconceptions people have when they think about emergencies?
Well, I think that some people think they're prepared when they're maybe not. Sometimes there's some things that we hope we have in place. Have we trained our children? Have we practiced things? Even like using a fire device. Mm-hmm. Have you actually tried it out? Most people, they look at it, they think it's simple, and then they fumble around if they can't get it or if there's a safety measure on it.
Definitely a lot to consider, and as you mentioned, all of this information is on the city's website, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Daybreak. We really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Of course.